Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Disney possibly being desperate.
Yeah, they have announced a bunch of ridiculous deals for Disney Plus Day, even on things they normally don't offer deals on. And we think there's a reason for this. I mean, it's great for consumers.
Yeah. So let's talk about this because there's been a lot of chatter from some websites like Inside the Magic saying that Disney parks are empty.
I've seen it from several
times.
places mentioning it.
Lower revenue because of the unfavorable attendance mix. The fall crowds are falling. A lot of people posting pictures I've seen on Twitter of virtually empty parks, which is very, very different than what we experienced a couple of months ago.
Right, because people are either their pent-up demand's gone, or the recession's coming, or they're just effing tired of Disney jacking the prices up on everything. But what's interesting to note is just recently they had spokespeople say, oh, well, the prices are set by demand. Well, if there's no demand, shouldn't the prices come down?
Yeah, that's how it used to be.
So we're going to create demand.
We're going to create demand. That's how it used to be. It used to be that when they did the free dining plans and all these other deals that people waited for, it was because they couldn't fill all the rooms. Now it seems like they're doing these deals.
They're even doing a Disney Cruise Line deal.
Yeah, that is pretty much unprecedented. I mean, I don't follow the cruise line super close, but I know that the cruise line does not go on sale nearly as often as the parks.
Well, it's interesting, and here's the thing. They have a new $1.99 subscription rate for Disney Plus Day. But you can subscribe for a month for $1.99, and it says right in the ad that you have access to all the deals for that $1.99 subscription.
All right, so let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Guys, over 275,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. Speaking of support, you can support Crimson Wren. It is a full-color, hardcover graphic novel that we're proud to present on Indiegogo. We're at almost $50,000. So thank you so much for the support. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'll put a link in the comments. Some beautiful art by Jose Garcia. A beautiful story written by Geeky Sparkles, and with a little help from myself.
Nah, actually, it was quite a bit of help. But anyway. Disney's not going to pick this one up. Let's talk about this, because I've seen a lot of stories about how the attendance is way down at Walt Disney World, and before it was like Disney felt they could charge anything they wanted to charge. They said so. They said, well, we're basing our prices on supply and demand. That's great, except right now there hasn't been much demand. So why aren't the prices coming down? They have no prices, they no problem increasing prices when they're saying, oh, we're too full. Yeah, they're chasing off pass holders at Disneyland, raise the prices on that too.
Yeah, we just did a video a couple days ago, had a legacy fan, a longtime Disney fan, calling Disney out for their nickel and diming and their attitude toward customers. And that's the thing. Disney's attitude towards their customers is that you're always going to be there. It doesn't matter how much they charge. It doesn't matter how crappy the service is. It doesn't matter what they cut or whatever, how political they get, whatever. You're going to come back. You're always going to come back. Always.
Well, I think all of this is because of Disney Plus Day today. Everything you're seeing today is because this is the end of the quarter for Disney. End of September is the end of the fiscal year. Yes. Their year runs from October to September. So this is the end of the fiscal year for Disney. This is when they do their big meeting and the big report for the year, okay? So they do this Disney Plus Streaming Day event, offer $1.99 for subs, and that's for returning subscribers too, not just new. Usually it's only for new and returning subscribers. So they're trying to increase their numbers on their Disney Plus so that Bob Chapek can step up there and tell the investors, record-breaking numbers, we're winning the streaming war. And you have a month of Disney Plus for this $1.99. And what's going to happen is people are going to, if they cancel, they're going to wait. They're going to probably cancel next month. Yeah. Or they're going to watch all the shows they want and take the deals they want now and cancel. And then they're still going to pick the highest amount as what they report. Then coming in October, which is the start of 2023 fiscal year, people that are already subscribed for their month are still counted as subscribers for the beginning of the year. Or that they forget to unsubscribe and they get charged a month. They're still counted as a subscriber for the beginning of the year. So it raises the numbers at the end of this year, keeps numbers up for the beginning of next year.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting. So let's look at some of these deals here. You can explain the deals. You did the article on it.
I did the article. So I was starting to catch on. Yesterday I did a Disney Cruise Line deal, and I noticed that, and I was like, that was a little odd. So what they're doing now is, and it's like for several, it's like for like their peak season. Can you scroll down a little bit? It's like their peak season. It's like, January through April of 2023. That on some of these staterooms, you can buy 2 full paid people and get up to 2 people free in the stateroom, and you can have 2 staterooms full for them.
Yeah, so again, I don't follow the cruise line as closely as the theme parks, but from what I recall, January through April, May was kind of peak cruise season. Everybody wanted to take a cruise during the winter, during the spring. You don't want to go in the fall because there's a pretty strong chance you could be canceled because of storms, and you don't want to go in the summer because the Caribbean's too damn hot. But my understanding was that was kind of the peak time to take a
now,
cruise.
they didn't include Disney Wish, because Disney Wish is their new one, and a Disney Wonder. Those 2 are not included in this deal. But they're offering for these several months. And what this says to me is that their travels down, so they're like, oh, we'll get the cruise line up at the same time. Because it's $1.99. When you pay the $1.99 for the first month, you're eligible for all the deals. So you can pay $1.99 to get access to all these cruise line deals and parks deals and stuff, and you get them as long as you pay that $1.99.
Yeah, that's interesting.
People haven't been traveling on cruise ships because after the pandemic, cruise ships were questionable.
Yeah, there were a couple of things going on here. One, Disney's cruise business was kind of up in the air, and they were actually building more new cruise ships. But then when they came back online, they had, limited availability because they had to make all these changes to the cruises because of the pandemic. And then they started requiring vaccines to get on this ship.
But that was always fluctuating. The rules were always fluctuating.
It was like every
It was confusing.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember there was one influencer. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was getting blasted on social media because he got onto the ship without a vaccine, and they were trying to shame him and shame Disney. Then Disney made it a mandate.
Was it a Disney? Yeah, it was a Disney, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know if it wasn't like they didn't mandate it, but then after he was on the ship, they mandated it. And so that chased a lot of people off. A lot of people said, I'm not even going anywhere near a cruise ship.
It was very confusing. A lot of hoops. And so people have been not sailing. So, also they don't want to be trapped on a cruise ship if something else goes down, like what happened before.
Well, yeah, they were, the one cruise ship was at sea for how long because of the pandemic?
And it was a Disney one. Yeah, several cruise ships were, but Disney had one out there. Couple. So there's that deal. So now they're doing this. If you can subscribe, you can get this offer just for Disney Plus subscribers. And you get 2 guests free. If you buy 2 full fare guests, you get up to 2 guests free, and you're allowed limit of 2 staterooms. So you can have 8 people and 4 of them go for free.
Yeah, so that's actually a damn good deal.
I mean, if you're a consumer, this is like a win-win-win.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a chance and take a cruise now, go for it.
But I mean, like Disney's aspiration is a win for you, except that they're going to use anybody booking this stuff to say, look, they're winning. So the other thing they're doing is they're doing the $1.99 deal, but they're doing a deal now for a Walt Disney World too. There's a Walt Disney World resort deal. And it's for hotels right before and the day of Christmas.
Okay, that is virtually unprecedented. And I'll tell you the deal because, again, as somebody who followed the theme parks for years, I can tell you Christmas is the busiest time at Walt Disney World.
I wouldn't recommend going then.
Do not go. You want to talk crowd levels, it's a 10 or 11. They crank it up to 11 normally. Now, the fact that they have to discount rooms during Christmas.
And then you can get access to, just for subscribing for 1 month to Disney Plus, $1.99.
That's really weird on so many levels. One, it's not worth it for one more sub to give away the hotel room that cheap. And 2, the fact that they have to discount the hotel rooms during Christmas. That tells me that the bookings are bad. Disney knows several months out what the bookings look like. Again, this is a spiel I went through. We had a travel partner and all that. And there were certain times a year that they took a look at the books and they're like, okay, our bookings are down. We got to have a fire sale. And the fact that they're doing this during Christmas is highly concerning.
I'm waiting. You know what the next thing's going to be? A discount for the Star Cruiser.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's wide open for availability.
I've been getting nonstop emails about Star Cruiser. I just like not deals, but like, hey, do you want to go on the Star Cruiser? Do you want to go to space? Go to Disney space. Hey, we got Star Cruiser. Mention Star Cruiser.
Yeah, I haven't been getting this, but I know they're desperate to book this, so I would not be surprised if there's some kind of Star Wars announcement, and among it comes some deal for the Star Cruiser, or an announcement they're going to do some holiday offering for the Star Cruiser. And it might not even be now; it might even be during D23. But the next week or so, I wouldn't be surprised to see this.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of announcements. When's D23?
This weekend. This weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
9th to the 11th.
Okay, so expect a lot of announcements in regards to the parks. Expect a shit ton of Disney Plus announcements. So we're just a real quick tangent. Bob Iger's out there saying he doesn't think most of the streaming services are going to make it. He thinks Disney will. He thinks Netflix will. But he's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, Disney will because they're trying to up their numbers. But the deal for this actually, for consumers who are interested, can you scroll down? It's actually like in December. It's a very short window, December 11th to December 25th. So Christmas Day is included.
That's weird.
I know. And here, and 20% of resort hotels are like Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boardwalk, Coronado, Grand Floridian, Old Key West Riviera, Saratoga Springs, Yacht Club, 15% off, Art of Animation, Port Orleans, both Riverside and French Quarter, 10% off the Cabins of Wilderness, All Stars, the Pop Century, Contemporary, Caribbean Beach, like they're all getting discounts. Right. So this tells me that they're trying to kill two birds with one stone. Well, three birds if you count the cruise line. They're trying to up their bookings because they're down.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get these numbers up. People are going to subscribe to Disney Plus to get these deals because these Christmas deals are unheard of. If they don't have it already, you know damn well they're going to go subscribe to Disney Plus for $1.99, and people are going to re-sign back up. If nothing else, they're going to watch like Thor, Pinocchio. There's a BTS concert special that just dropped today, and people are losing their minds over it. On Twitter, and they're all subscribing to watch it.
On Twitter?
I know, right?
Imagine
and they're
that.
all subscribing so they can watch it. So what's going to happen is, guaranteed, at the fiscal end meeting when they put the report out, you're going to hear Bob Chapek get up there and talk about, oh, we're winning the streaming wars. Our subscriber count went through the roof. We have all these new subscribers. Disney Plus, it was a resounding success. All our hotels are being booked up. That's what this is all about. Lying to investors. So
yeah, it's a shell game. Because here's the thing: I do think demand for Disney is falling off. I think there was pent up demand, legitimate pent up demand post pandemic.
A year ago.
Yes, I do believe that. I think a lot of people postponed their trips. You got to realize, with the cruise lines too, they were backed up because the cruise ships were down for months, and they were basically pushing everybody's vacation back, and so they had to go through all the people that were kind of in line, backed up first. And then they got around to the new people. Now they've got multiple new cruise ships coming, and they have to pay for them. And if they can't even fill up the ones they've got, that's not a good sign. And
people aren't traveling the way they did before COVID. And here's the thing too, like besides the fact people are afraid of getting sick, they got used to going locally, places locally, and they probably had more fun and saved money. I like Disney parks. I'm not going to lie. People are going to be mad at me. I fucking don't care. I love Disney parks. But I think the pricing is getting out of hand. I think the crowd levels are ridiculous. Apparently now is the time to go. But I also can see it from a business standpoint. It's actually quite smart what Disney's doing. I mean, it's brilliant how they're swinging this. But I just want you to know as a consumer why they're doing this. As people listening to this and following this, you know, here's probably the reason why Chapek greenlit this and why they're giving these unprecedented deals and $1.99 a subscription.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Disney could have the worst news ever, and we've seen it before during the pandemic. They have the worst news ever, and they put the most positive spin on it. I mean, that's like their numbers. They're claiming that they're ahead of Netflix. I'm like, no, dumbasses, because one subscriber to a bundle counts as 3 subscriptions to Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. So they're counting them 3 times. So you take the bundle out of the equation, and Disney's probably got a significant amount less than Netflix.
The bundle that they force people to take.
That they force them to take. Yeah. In fact, we're in communication off and on with somebody who works at Hulu. I'm not going to say who because I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But they've said to us that they make them push that bundle every damn time, every opportunity. They make them push the bundle.
So there you go. That's probably the reason. I am very interested to see if the Star Cruiser, if either they're going to announce some offering for the holidays or some discount pops up. That's and it might not, but I would be very surprised if it doesn't.
Yeah, the Star Cruiser is a big ask. I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, if they're having a hard enough time getting people to the parks to go stay at a value resort, good luck getting them to stay at a $6,000 luxury
for less than 2 days.
For less than 2 days, because you can take a Disney cruise for that, and you're gonna have a much better experience taking a cruise than going into a claustrophobic bunker for 2 days. You know. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
All right, guys, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.